Okie doke. Let's see. So, we've got a wee Rin. I think everything should be decent. Sound and all that. Oh, do I need to change thingy-majigs on thingy-majig? Channel. How do I change the stream? I don't know how to do that. Okay. So, today we will be prepping and maybe painting Rin Tohsaka. I know it doesn't look like it, but this is what the ideal tsundere looks like. Head is empty. Okay, so there was a couple of issues with the print, like this. Zoom in. Oop. Like this gap here. Randomly. I don't know if that was layer separation or what the fuck. But there's some weird seams. It's worse there. That's probably layer separation and whatnot. Very dirty underneath the skirt. And there's just general things fitting together well. Bit bigger of a gap than I'd like. So, we have a little hand sander. And let's zoom. Whoop. There we go. Oop. Okay, this hand sander is relatively new and I haven't had a big play with it, so chance for everything. I always see like the Japanese garage kit like videos, and they've got like all the fancy tools, and like I want them. Okay, it's not looking. There we go. Okay, can we? See how this goes. I don't know if that's the best shape. Okay, sound doesn't seem too bad. It's a little bit in the background, but not the most obnoxious thing. what looks like it would be the best for General Sandy McGubbins. Maybe a roundy boy. You want something relatively smooth? There's not a massive amount of material to remove, I don't think, so. Not at the minute. But I think it's all quiet on the Western Front. No one wants to watch my stream. Sag. I get to play with my new toys. Eh. Come on. Get off. Yes, I have read it. Okay, so first things first. What gaps need to be filled? There's this here. There's a chunk. I don't know how this happened, to be honest. It looked fine when I first pulled it out of the printer, and then suddenly, it's gross. The finish, other than the bits that need fixing, looks pretty fucking good. Okay, let's adjust. Let's just work that in there. Okay. Now let's wipe off as much of the excess. Haven't actually done much gap filling before, so I don't know if this is how it's done, but yeah, live and you learn. Let's get a little bit of water. Oh. Gotta keep things in shot. That looks better. There's a little bit. I got two. Actually, let's see. This might work. The absolute smallest amount. I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Just don't realize what you do to me. Need a bit more. Let's get not the absolute smallest amount, but I can sand it down, so that shouldn't be too scared of filling gaps with it. And now to tackle this, it's quite substantial. So I don't know if this putty is the best thing to do it. Nope. Do something like this maybe. Just to build up this area so I can sand it to look a bit more like an actual leg. Give her a bit more flesh. Now that looks shit now. Hopefully it won't look shit when I sand it. Yet to be determined though. Okay, so let's see if there's any more gaps that need to be filled. This is just some... That's pretty good. Just some light sanding on the areas. Not sure how to tackle this. Do we smooth it over? Do we... it's a thick enough piece, so I could just sand it down. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Try not to knock everything over. So yeah, so the problem is it's kind of affects the whole thing. And I don't want to lose the intricacy, like the ridges of the folds. This is going to need some sanding though. If only my printer wasn't full of fucking gremlins. So that needs major work. This... Okay, these two pieces need to dry, so I'll leave them over there. So we've got some nice leg. It feels really weird just having fucking disembodied thighs sitting on my desk. Like I'm a bloody, like, murderer of fairies or something. I think the hair I've only just cleaned and washed. There's a tiny fault there. But I think other than that, it's just general cleaning and sanding down. Just light sand. That's just a speck of dirt. That one looks fairly good. That's just the light sanding that's going to need. I think the hands are good. You know, my hand's too big to, do it, so I had to print off another one. Rin's face came out fairly good. I've only printed like the blank eye before, so the little relief of it should hopefully make it a little bit easier. And the one big tooth. Just some general sanding. I think the face is pretty good. It doesn't really need any sanding. And that's the only bit that's really going to be seen, so other than cleaning up this bit so it joins together, it's pretty fucking good. Remember, only you can stop forest fires. This needs a little bit of sanding, but no gaps. So, where was that piece of hair? Was it this one? There's a tiny little bubble. Just a wee little one. So let's stick this here. Oop. Okay, and then that will need to be, once that dries, that will need to be sanded down. So, let's try some general sanding. I have my magical sanding stick. So that's a little bit of water. Got to make sure we keep that definition in the cheek. How does one make sanding entertaining? You can just about see the layer lines, but like... I don't know if it even shows up on camera. They're so... Yeah, you can just see... It looks almost like a fingerprint. But this is so fine that as soon as there's one layer of paint, I don't expect that to show up at all. Just get a bit of paper. gotten rid of the bumpy texture in places. You can see it, but it's smooth. That looks pretty good. When you get around the sock, is that a little bit there? Let's just zoom out a little. Just pull focus. Let's give her a leap down. Obviously the finish on this is different, but that shouldn't matter once there's like one layer of paint on it. I think that is pretty much all of the bumps taken care of. One thigh down. Squidge. Okay. This is going to take some work. Oop. I don't think this hand needs any work. Oop. It's a little bump there. Might be able to just scratch it off. Yeah, that's fairly smooth. Yeah, that hand doesn't need any work. Oh, I've still got it down as Gura. That's... Tohsaka. You don't really see what I'm doing when I'm doing this. Which it's sanding grey plastic. Okay, yeah, this ain't good content. Painting you can see a difference, but just sanding, nah, I'm just gonna... Nah, there's no point in streaming this.